Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And this evening, and Debbie's this afternoon, I'm speaking to Debbie Miller, who's over in Kansas City in America. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Carolyn. It's great to see
Good,
you again.
good. And I hope that all your family get well soon so you can have your Christmas gathering.
Thank you. It would be really nice.
Yes, yes. It doesn't matter when it is. You can all be together. You could have Christmas in July if you like, but it doesn't matter. It's as long as you're all together and have a nice time, it'd be good.
Yes, that will be really great. And it'll
Yeah.
be a lot warmer then.
Well, yeah, probably. Yes. Yes. Yes, you've just been telling me that it's rather cold over there at the moment.
Yes, very
Mm,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then I suppose, you could say that it is winter.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
winter. It is January, so it's supposed to be cold here at least.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I quite like the snow. I mean, I think if you've got the right clothes, you know, you're all
Right.
right, really.
Yes. Yep.
But
It's very pretty as well. So
yes,
that's
I can imagine that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you go out and take lots of photographs when it's snowy?
I
No.
did do a video yesterday of the snow, and something had come up my stairs in my backyard to like check out my deck, I guess, to see.
Oh,
But I mean, he must have come up and just gone back down because he wasn't there wasn't any footprints across in front of right in front of the door. So
oh,
I
what was
guess he
it?
I don't know. Maybe I have a lot of neighborhood cats that seem to think my deck is a really handy place to warm up, but obviously not right now. So
Oh,
he might
yeah.
have left. So
Okay. Well, as long as it's not bigger than a domestic cat, you're all right.
yes,
Yeah. You,
that's
you
true.
don't want anything with huge paws.
No, no,
No.
no huge paws, just small.
Yes, just small ones. Yes, yes. So, Debbie, what do you enjoy doing when you're not working? And you just mentioned actually photography.
I do. I've been using the uh, Dub product, which I really love. It's a great way to do videos easily. And since I'm not terribly techy, it
Mm,
works really well for me to just push those buttons. I guess you do a lot of videoing yourself. So anyway, I don't know how to do all of the things that you do, but my dub videos work really well. And so I did video the snow and watching the wind blow our flag like crazy. Or I have a wind chime in the front yard, and some of the time when I'm videoing,
mm,
you can hear the wind chime really loud, and sometimes it's nice and soft. And so
yeah, yeah,
I really enjoy listening to that myself. So
yeah. It's good.
yeah,
Oh, well,
just
and what is the video you mentioned dub video? What is that?
it's Dub is a product actually that Edwin with Happy Neighborhood Project brought on to introduce to us as a business help, and it's a great way to make a video and send to your clients or to
Oh,
prospects. And some great things about it is that it has some edit vid- features right built into it. Also, I can send it to you who maybe doesn't have a Dub account, but you can respond back to me with a Dub video like you're
ah,
practicing or checking it out. So that's
yeah,
pretty awesome. Um,
yes.
also, also I can see when somebody opens it, I can see that they watched the whole thing or they watched only 5 seconds of it or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
And so I get some information about it from that way as well.
Yeah.
So that's always kind of fun to see.
Yes, and it's some of these tech tools are quite good, aren't they? And especially if you're not, as you say, I'm not particularly techy. I just push buttons, and if it doesn't work, I push another button. But if you're not techy, something that helps you do and make and create videos or a mix of videos and photographs to create something is really very helpful, I think.
Yes, right. That is. And then you know, for those who are not super techy, to just be able to push a couple of buttons instead of needing to know how to push. Okay, I have to do this one first and then this one and then a couple
Yeah.
other ones to get it wherever I want it.
Mm.
Simple. I'm much into the simplifying things. So
Yes, I'd agree with that. Yes.
yes, so
It's
that's
it's a lot easier, and sometimes it's a lot easier. Actually, I find doing different things, videos and so on my phone, as opposed to doing it on my laptop. It seems a lot
mhm,
easier, and I
right.
suppose the development of different bits of software have made it like that because so many of us use our phones to do all
Right.
this techie stuff and don't necessarily know what we're doing other than pushing that button, this button, and all the rest of it.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. So. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. But you were saying that you've had snow. You've been able to take some photographs of the snow that you've had,
Yes, so it was very handy to open the door, the front door, and just take a quick video for,
and then shut it
uh,
quick.
yes, and yes, definitely shut it really quick. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I've a reminder now that we had snow again, so a lot of snow. So that will be in my memory bank forever, I guess, or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So
And do you very often get these sort of through winter, I'm guessing? Do you get a lot of storms that sort of cover vast areas, or are they fairly
this one,
localized, or?
this one was quite major. This actually was the pictures of the snowstorm when they're showing it on the news was covering actually like from Texas all the way through, all the way from the Midwest, but actually went clear up into New York and Canada area. So
Well,
with,
I saw pictures of the streets of New York earlier on the news, and I think they're under about 2 foot of snow.
yes, well, fortunately we didn't get quite that much, but I know
Mm.
south of here, even Oklahoma and Arkansas, which are the states just south of Missouri and Kansas, they were
Mhm.
getting snow and ice, and even down into Texas quite a ways. And I talked to some people in Florida on the East Coast, and they've had snow and cold weather. And so
Oh,
I think, I mean, I feel like that's a little bit unusual. Normally, they're little smaller areas, but
mm,
I mean, obviously, in January in the Midwest, we're used to having cold weather and
yeah.
snow, and we typically, I don't think below zero is too common right here in the middle of the
Mm,
U.S., but yeah, in the East Coast, that's pretty often northern states where, well, where Santa lives in Minnesota and Wisconsin and
mm,
some of those areas,
yeah.
it gets down below zero often. So,
Mm.
yes. So,
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? It's as if there's been a great big dump of snow and this sort of storm, isn't it? I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
we get sometimes we get an Arctic blast here. It comes down from the Arctic, and we had the beast from the east a few years ago, which was incredible amount of snow that we had.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it? How these sort of areas just, you know the temperature's
Right.
right, the mix of everything, and down it comes.
That's right. Yeah, this was an Arctic blast, met some others, another storm, and I think it was like three different things kind of collided
Oh,
and started the whole
right,
mess. So
right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But
So
you got a good photograph of it anyway,
I do.
in your garden. Yes.
Yes,
But it's nice,
that's
isn't
a
it,
good.
to be able to record a moment in time by taking a photograph or a video, isn't it? It's
Yes,
you're taking a snap of time, and that it won't ever happen again.
right. Yeah, it was really nice to have that recorded and I'm sure, eventually, or maybe in July when it's 100 degrees here in the Midwest, I can look at that and think, oh, it was so nice and cool
Yeah.
those days.
Yes, that would be nice now. It's too hot.
Yes, yes,
Oh dear. But yes, it's lovely. And do you enjoy taking just sort of different photographs of different things. I do notice on your socials that you put up is it a wind turbine Wednesday?
Right. Wednesdays is Windmill Wednesdays. Here
Wimmer
in the
Wednesday.
Midwest, we have uh, way back from 1800s, they would, uh, this area was pretty, well, where I grew up in Nebraska was quite dry. There was a lot of water underneath the ground if you went deep enough. And so the windmills became necessary for pretty much every farmer. Every farm had one.
Hmm.
And it was kind of like your home beacon, you got to
Yeah.
know it, and it was a great way to know where your home was. And there's a lot of interesting things we can learn from, well, a lot of things. I
Yes.
use the windmill, and they stand tall. And back in the day, people would actually put lights on them to make sure, family members that were out still late at night could get home.
Yeah.
But the windmill blows, catches the wind. It doesn't fight with the wind. It
Hmm.
uses that energy to pull water from the ground, which otherwise we wouldn't have been able to have. And so,
Hmm.
just a few things to use
Yeah.
um, to remind us to be that light beacon for in your neighborhood.
Mm.
Be willing to stand against the winds and to use it as to your advantage instead of fighting it, and use it to help pull up the strengths that we've learned through the years. So
Mm. It's
it's
fascinating history, isn't it? Because we have, in certain areas over here in the UK, we have windmills which were used, some in areas called the Norfolk Broads, which is a water area, and where they would have pumping stations within the windmills. So very similar, but a different style, obviously, because yours are very tall.
right,
Ours are sort of the tallish but sort of squat, and they're more of a building as opposed to a structure with a windmill on the top, sort of blades that catch the wind, and then you've got the pump that goes up the center, haven't you?
right, uh-huh,
Um, yeah, so
yeah,
it's a little bit different, but the same principle.
right, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting the way different countries have had to revise.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure people here that came to the United States from Europe had those in mind because obviously that's what they had grown up with, and then
yeah,
just used that as a starting point to figure out, okay, this is what we need, this is what we know, how
yeah,
can we get the two ideas together? So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I think that they're used in Holland a lot too, the windmills, of course,
right, yes,
on the sort of the fairly sort of watery areas that they have. So they're those perhaps that the ones that we have here originated from ideas that were seen over in Holland because they're very similar. So I suppose there's sort of a mishmash, and there's actually a program that I watch called Homestead Rescue. And they obviously go to homesteads all over the states. This family, and you seeing all the different windmills and the how they get the water up. Not always with a windmill, but it is fascinating, and the history of it all.
yeah,
Fascinating history.
yeah, that sounds like a great program to watch. So
It is, yes. It's they're a family from the Rainey family from Alaska.
oh, okay,
And there's a father and the son and a daughter, Misty, and I forget Matt, and the dad. And they go around and they rescue, and they spend 7 days at these places, and they help rescue. And some of the ideas that they come up with for making gardens and the water and the finding springs, and they're just thinking on their feet the whole time. And it's just amazing
yeah,
watching these three people come up with these ideas and saving these homesteads that people live on that have mishmash things together because they don't have the knowledge to do it. They just wanted the lifestyle and didn't
Mhm.
necessarily have the knowledge to do what and live like they wanted to. And then they come in, it's they're like a whirlwind. They they come in for a week, they cause chaos, they set everything right, they put things in place for them, then the family to have a foundation. It's really quite fascinating. And
Oh,
yes, that's on. It's. I think it's going back a few years because they're showing programs that the father, actually all three of them, contracted COVID. So it must have been 2020 that it was all filmed. But
oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So it was.
Interesting.
It's fascinating to see, and they just cover the whole of America.
Nice. Have to look for that. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I don't. It's obviously. I would imagine it's on your television systems. I don't know, but yeah, it's fascinating, and I think seeing culturally, seeing how different people live, and we all traditionally live in brick-built buildings, and then you get the families that live in these tiny houses, and I don't know where the tiny house came from. Probably somewhere in the sort of the outer areas of some plane or other, I should imagine, in America. I don't know. Do you know where the term tiny house, where it originated?
I do not know. I'm always intrigued when I see them on Facebook or some other place and
Yeah.
have to watch, and I'm thinking, I could never do that.
No, they're tiny, aren't they? And you think, I've got too much stuff.
Yes, I'm like, whoa, what? I'd have to get rid of everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, isn't it amazing too that we come into the world with nothing, we leave with nothing, and in the interim, we gather stuff,
lots of stuff. Yes.
lots of stuff. Yes, it's really quite intriguing, I think. Yeah, and do we necessarily need all that stuff? Probably not. Yeah, I think we could take some lessons from people that don't have much stuff. Yeah,
Right. But the
yeah,
Kristen, the whole point would be, if I get rid of it today, in 6 weeks, I'll probably need something just like that. And then
I
I'm thinking,
know.
oh man, I really needed that. So,
Yes, I knew I kept it all those years just for that one thing. Yes,
yeah,
it's called, well, to put it politely, it's called Murphy's Law, but probably called something, you know what I mean. But yes, it's always the way. Get rid of it. Oh no, I needed that.
yep,
I knew I kept it for 10 years plus just for that one thing. But yeah, it is amazing. But I think we can learn a lot, can't we, from how others live and what they do and so on. It's fascinating, I think, in all the different cultures.
yes. There's a lot we can learn from everybody. So, yeah, need to keep our eyes open, our minds open. So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
good deal.
And yes, yeah. Not everybody
We
does
learn
that
a
though.
lot with our networking. I mean,
We do.
networking with you and when we network with other people, whether it's in Australia, here, some other place here in the United States, people
Yeah.
that we don't actually meet or know normally.
Hmm?
And we can gain a lot of just common sense stuff if
Yeah.
we are willing to pay attention. So,
Absolutely. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met Kathy and all the people
yeah,
that I know now all over the globe.
right. It's amazing the people, the friends that we have, and
Yeah.
that we can count on to be there for us
Yeah.
in whatever situation. I mean, it's not like I might not drop into England in any time soon, but
No.
should should that happen, I have people there I can call and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, sorry, I don't know how I got here, but hey, let's." I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here. Let's chat
No.
or get together, have tea or
Well,
something.
I've got a tent. You can sleep in the garden. It's fine.
Awesome. Sounds good.
No, I joke. I joke. But yes, it is fascinating, isn't it? How we meet people, how we and how we hit it off with certain people.
Right.
And we just have this rapport. as if we've been long lost sisters or brothers from another mother. It's
Right.
strange, isn't it? How we sort of kind of hit it off.
Yes, definitely. And I love that. And I love that
Mm.
I've gotten to meet you and many other people. So
Yes, it's really a great thing. Um, but getting back to your photography, do you sort of keep your photographs? Do you make photographic books of photographs you take during a year? Do you make photographic books with those, or do you just keep them stored as a photograph?
right now they're just mostly stored. Several years ago, when my husband's mother was still alive, since she lived in northern Wisconsin, I would actually make a book a month for her family pictures.
Yes.
I would I mean, I thought it would not be a big deal, because hey, we had five sons and they all had families and they were growing and doing stuff. So, but for the book, you were supposed to send in 100 pictures to this company that I found, and they would deliver the book any place in the United States. And it was like less than $5, and you got 100 pictures, and it kept mom up to date on what was going on. It's amazing how difficult it is to keep coming up with 100 pictures every single month,
I should
even with
imagine it is.
even with as many people as there are in our family. I was scrounging through other people, family members' Facebook pages, sending emails to family members that I sort of knew basically,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
know, hey, your mom's something or other. Send me a picture. I need pictures. And so
More,
I was,
more.
yes, I was scrounging all over the place. So, and I
Oh
did
dear.
that for a number of years until she died. So, and that was fun. And now I get the privilege of looking at all those pictures, a
Yes,
lot of those.
nice.
So yeah, it was a really good idea. I haven't done I've seen on Facebook where they'll print you up a book of your 2025
Mm.
pictures. I haven't gone into that yet, but I always like, when that Facebook shows you something from 8 years ago or
Yes.
10 years ago. it's
Yeah.
it's fun to
Oh,
look
it's all
at.
that
And
time ago.
yeah, and sometimes you're like, wow, it seemed like it was just last week that we
Yep,
were doing
yep.
that, but it obviously wasn't. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I haven't otherwise it's just stuff on my phone which keeps reminding me that, hello, you're running out of space. I'm
Yes,
like,
I keep getting that. Oh.
yeah, I'm like,
Yes.
which one am I gonna get delete this week?
Well,
So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, I needed that one. Oh dear, it's gone. Yes.
Oh no, we're
Oh
back to
dear.
that.
Yes. But it's been lovely chatting with you again. We mustn't leave it so long. It's
I
been
agree.
ages,
Yes,
hasn't it?
it has.
And the
And it hasn't
technical
been
the
popped.
tech well, the technical hitch that we had last time.
That's right. Yes. Fortunately, we don't have that issue anymore. So that's so
No.
great.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me, and it's been great having a chit chat with you, and hopefully we can have another one relatively soon. We mustn't leave it so long.
Sounds good to me. I'd love to chat with you and catch up on all the fun stuff that's going on
Yeah.
in England. So
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you very much.